Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you another League of Legends cast, and guess what? We're 0 minutes into the game, so items are being bought. Let's check them all out, shall we? So, it's the usual build. For now I can also just rearrange the players so that they work out in the end. Ta-da-da-da, ta-da-da-da, la-da-da-da, ta-da! So then, we have, well, basically all the usual items, especially for the support players, both starting off with Fairy Charm, both starting off with a Vision Ward as well. Though this Leona, I can't really see it. Well, she should only have one of them. Though it looked like she had two Vision Wards, we shall see. Both supports players with a Vision Ward, so it is fairly important for the both of them to know when the enemy's support player places their Vision Ward, because you want to either counter it or you don't want to get counter upon by using your own Vision Ward, or you just place both of them at the exact opposite positions to each other so they don't even bother each other. That could work as well, but you always want to try and destroy your enemy's Vision Ward before they're able to do it themselves. So another reason why I picked this game, not only the 0 minute mark, but a lot of champions that I haven't got the chance to cast that many times, like Veigar for instance, on blue team side. So let's go over the teams, why not actually. So we have a top Lee Sin. He will do well, I suppose. He is fighting a difficult champion, though he should be fine, we'll see. Leona on the bottom, together with Vayne, should be fine. Vayne wants to do golems, Leona should hurry up because she only has 4 more seconds. Then we have Nautilus in the jungle, casting a shield a little bit early there, though it should get destroyed by the minions before it should go off cooldown anyway, so it will work out in the end. There you go, great play indeed. Then Veigar of course in the middle, and that's the entirety of red team. Blue team. Red team will be an Ezreal on the bottom lane together with a Blitzcrank, helping out their friend Shaco, so a very aggressive jungler indeed. We shall see whether or not he will go to red instead. Though keep in mind, smart play on Nautilus's part, he started with red. Normally he isn't required to do so, but knowing that he's fighting as Shaco and that Shacos normally tend to immediately gank you on the other side of the map, he decided to go for the red first so that Shaco can't gank him. Though at the speed he did it, it could have actually been very dangerous for him, so thank God that Leona stood away to make certain that, well, there was no way for Shaco to go in without being noticed by her. Shaco will do red, already has it. Nautilus still approaching, is going to do the wolves first, so it should be a little bit slow. Mordekaiser in the middle as well, ladies and gentlemen. You don't tend to see that too often either. Against the Veigar, he might have some difficulties, though early on in the game he should be a bully nevertheless. Then top lane will be a Renekton. Very hard to lane against, so good luck to you, Lee Sin. Good luck to you indeed. He's getting close, but Renekton ignores him. So then, Shaco is going to gank the middle, though I need to be very careful on this bottom lane as well. Shaco now going in onto Veigar, though. Will it be enough? He is using Event Horizon and then needs to flash away regardless, so great gank nevertheless. Now Leona going in after, I think Vayne was pushed. Shield of Daybreak will keep it so that Ezreal is not able to get to the Vayne. Leona even blocking the Mystic Shot there, so great support play on her part. Leona, of course, is kind of a counter to Blitzcrank, because if Blitzcrank is able to pull your AD carry, that means that you can go in with the Zenith Blade and then stun their AD carry, meaning that, hey, I'm close by, I can do more damage than you up close. Ooh, Vayne in a very tough position there. He's going to have to run away via the river, but there's a Shaco approaching. Leona is going to try and block it out, but it's going to be a Blitzcrank pull. Barrier being used there, but it is of no avail. Vayne is just going to give another assist, mate, and she is still alive, but for how long, one might wonder. And it's going to be Ezreal with the kill. First blood, however, went to the Veigar in the middle, so let's check that out, shall we? It was 30 seconds ago. We saw Nautilus going here via the enemy's jungle, so there's no way Mordekaiser could see this coming. Mordekaiser, of course, does have no escape, is going to get caught by the dredge line after an amazing Event Horizon. The Ignite will do its job, one more Baleful Strike, just an auto attack, it's all you need. So, great play, giving them the first blood before Vayne died, which is major, to be honest. Of course, 2 assists onto Vayne plus a kill. Yeah, it should be kind of even. Let's check out the gold. So yes, the first blood was worth a little bit more than the 2 assists and the kill. Of course, the first blood gave an assist as well to the Nautilus. And oh my, Renekton is able to slice and dice one more time, but he flashes away, gets dredge lined, and then just resonating struck to the face. dies immediately. So blue team doing quite well. It's actually Nautilus that's really pulling himself together, making him the jungler everyone wants to be. Both of his dredge lines were able to hit. Now it's a given, the first dredge line was easy to hit thanks to the event horizon of Veigar. Still, the second one, not that easy, though it was from relatively close by. It is important as a good Nautilus player to land your dredge lines. It just is. If you can't land them, then don't bother playing him, because your ganks will be relatively worth nothing at all. Ezreal level 4, Vayne only level 3. Which means that he should be able to bully. Keep in mind, Vayne of course died, and she was able to buy another Doran's Blade. Ezreal hasn't gone back just yet, but Shaco is approaching. Blitzcrank wants to go in deep. He wants to knock the Vayne up, but Vayne tumbles straight into the Shaco's claws. Will they be able to do enough damage onto him? No, they will not. Nautilus is approaching though. Leona wants to kill Shaco, but it is Shaco. Never mind. Leona with the kill. Flash been used there just to get the kill, but Nautilus used his flash as well. Ezreal now needs to run away. The red buff will get the kill. Nope, it's going to be the Eclipse. What red buff? There is no red buff. Great play by Nautilus once more, being the jungler everyone wants to be after he gets pulled now, but he doesn't get knocked up, weirdly enough. Blitzcrank probably has used it to make it so that Leona was unable to get closer to the Ezreal. And there was a red buff in the game, though Leona had it. Veigar wants to go in hard, however he is missing all of his abilities. He needs to be very careful. Ignite being used a little bit too offensively there by Mordekaiser. He doesn't have flash, so he can't surprise the Veigar with a Siphon of Destruction either. Lee Sin still on top. He should level up to level 6 relatively soon. So will Renekton apparently. So Renekton now with a short period of time is going in. Mordekaiser now getting ganked by Nautilus. Nautilus realizing that there is a Shaco. Well, no, he just walked into an event horizon. A pity indeed. Well, after these minions, Lee Sin will be level 6, though Renekton is already level 6, so even after dying, he is still able to bully his lane so hard that the lack of experience that he gained after dying isn't all that big of an issue. So he should be able to bully Lee Sin just fine, thank you very much. Lee Sin wants to go in deep. Will he, well, do more damage than Renekton will do upon him? The answer is no. No, he will not. Renekton being fairly aggressive, yes indeed, he has a ward. Lee Sin just going for a resonating strike and then gets the hell away. He doesn't want to get close with this crocodile from the Nile. Vision ward being placed down by Leona, noticing Shaco immediately. Ezreal wants to go in as well. Is there a pull incoming? Yes indeed, onto Leona. She is fairly tanky though. Leona not the person you would want to pull, but she was the lowest of the two. Nothing has happened, so poor Leona. I mean, good play by Leona not dying. That was a jack in the box. I thought it was something getting the gank onto Mordekaiser. Both of these players need to be careful. Mordekaiser has already got a decent amount of ability power, which means that the Primordial Burst, I think, yes indeed, will get the kill quickly onto him. The more ability power you have, the more damage Primordial Burst does, so be careful. Of course, Veigar needs to be careful as well. He's lucky, Ignite has been used by Mordekaiser, so he can't use the amazing combination of the Children of the Grave and the Ignite. Still, it does damage, so Veigar needs to be careful. Lee Sin wants to go in deep, gets sliced and dies to the face, though Ruthless Predator as well, as we're going to the bottom where Blitzcrank was able to grab Leona. Shaco is approaching as well, a very nice condemn by Vayne, but it will not protect her girlfriend. Leona will get pushed in the ass by a rocket grab. Ezreal needs to be very careful, for Nautilus is approaching at high speed. He has boots of mobility, and they're almost going back on. Oh, a very nice dredge line there, but it was blocked by Blitzcrank as Shaco wants to go in deeper. They want to have the kill onto Nautilus, but they don't have the damage for it. All of them are way too low, so instead they're just going to have to back off. Blitzcrank trying to get Vayne, but it didn't work. Blocked by a minion there, mate. So Lee Sin did die at top as well, so we're going back just to see how it all happened. After Leona died, probably. So here we go, Lee Sin was standing at this tower, gets sliced and diced, kicks the Renekton away, but then gets ignited to the face, so there literally was no escape. As we're now back to the scene we saw before, Blitzcrank going in with the pull and then is going to hit a minion. I should have done that in slow motion, so we had a small recap, but instead I thought, nah. So it's 4-4, ladies and gentlemen. which is quite good. I thought blue team was going to get a little bit out of control because Nautilus, of course, was going to be a big bully. He did amazingly. He's going to get caught by Shaco, though. Mordekaiser is approaching as well. Children of the Grave should be coming rather shortly and is going to hit straight on the face. Vayne now in a bad position. She was juking it out with Ezreal. Mordekaiser using his shield majiggy just to make the Blitzcrank a little bit stronger. Now Children of the Grave being used. It should be enough. Potion being used by Vayne. Will it be enough? She isn't taking any damage. She's actually healing out of this. So poor Mordekaiser didn't have the damage he required. But he's still going further. Leona the only one tanking there. I wonder what the name of that shield was, because I couldn't remember. Creeping Death. Yes, indeed. All those metal references. I don't know. I'm not a metal listener. I can listen to it, though, but I'm not really a genre-bound person. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about the game. So Red Team actually now pulling ahead after getting the kill onto the Nautilus. Great move there by Mordekaiser to go to the bottom of the lane. Of course, he is a Mordekaiser, so pushing a lane is one of his best things that he can do. So he can push a lane and then just go and gank somewhere else. Veigar, not that good at pushing his lane unless he levels up his Dark Matter first, which you shouldn't be doing as a Veigar. You want to level up your Baneful Strike first, because that increases your ability power every time you get a loss hit on that. Nautilus again going in with a gank onto Lee Sin, though. Keep in mind it is a Renekton, and Renekton wants to go hard. Does he still have a slice and dice? It isn't really required. Renekton with a Ruthless Predator gets one kill and will now slice and dice away. The Ratchline should be relatively off cooldown. 2 seconds remaining. Shaco is there to assist him, though, and now they're going to turn this around. Of course, very nice slow coming in by Nautilus. He will flash away, but Mordekaiser is there again! And this will give a kill to the Shaco. A much needed one at that. So Shaco now has a double buff. He can continue being the asshole that he always is. Ooh, Ezreal almost getting the kill there. Does amazing damage with his True Shot Barrage. So, judging from the damage afterwards, he has his Spirit of the Elder Lizard. Yes, indeed. So that will make it so that he can do a lot of damage with all of his abilities. Veigar wants to go in hard, needs to be very careful though. Shaco was apparently spotted, but he's going straight into Blitzcrank, knocks him up, pulls him towards him, I suppose, yes indeed, straight into the Shaco, no escape, Primordial Burst won't do enough, and that's the second kill for Shaco in a very short period of time, as Renekton destroys the top tower, and they're going straight for a dragon. So great play by Red Team. After they were a little bit behind in the beginning of the game, they completely turn it around as Nautilus is able to grab the Ezreal though. He uses his barrier just to negate most of the damage, but there is going to be a depth charge straight onto the face. No escape, Riptide as well of course, and this is a dead Ezreal. Vayne actually auto-attacks a minion there. Ezreal still running, but he is going to of course get caught by Vayne, because there's no escaping a Vayne. She gets movement speed when she chases you. Leona wants to go in deep onto Mordekaiser. There is a Blitzcrank relatively near, so is Shaco. Mordekaiser dodging away from all of the ultimates, but his team is taking too long. He is regenning a little bit though, thanks to the Vayne. Will flash over the wall. Fail flash by Leona. Will he get away? Shaco got the kill onto Vayne, of course, and here's Veigar getting the kill he needed there. So great play by Veigar. Great play by Mordekaiser. He lasted long. And he juked away from the enemy team as well, so he did great. Pity indeed, of course, he got the kill onto Veigar, so Veigar was in a great position afterwards to just go and kill him back. In the end, though, it was great plays by both teams. Very great game indeed, as my voice started to diminish, so I'm going to drink some water if you don't mind. As I knock over a can I drank previously. So then, let's talk about itemization, for the support players are laughing at each other. Renekton actually going in for a gank onto Veigar, but the dynamic camera doesn't seem to care. But I'm here, guys. I got things out and under control. Renekton is not able to catch this Veigar. He's too speedy. Renekton probably... Nope, he has tier 2 boots as well, so he should be able to catch up to him. Apparently he wasn't. Now, I have seen Veigars with movement speed quintessences though, because Veigar has low, movement allowance. He doesn't have a dash of any sorts. The only thing that can prevent enemies from getting towards him is his event horizon, which isn't always as trustworthy as you want it to be. Though in team fights, it's such a powerful tool, which is why I'm surprised you don't tend to see that many Veigars. Okay, mobility is very great indeed with this kind of meta, because you always have someone that can jump straight on top of you. This time it's going to be, well, either a Blitzcrank hook or a Renekton that dashes straight to you, or Shaco that will just deceive right behind you. So it is a hard comp for a Veigar player, but he's doing fairly well. Leona going in deep, but of course Ezreal with the Arcane Shift will get away. Needs to flash through that Solar Flare though, almost getting the grab there, Blitzcrank. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Renekton is all by himself, farming the top lane. Lee Sin should also be a level... Oh my god, he's only level 9. Gets completely bullied there by the Renekton. He has a Tiamat though, so he wants to do a lot of damage in the mid game. Hopefully for him, it will be the case. I don't know how well these teams... they are communicating with each other. Renekton going in hard. It won't be hard enough though. He gets the shield onto his face and he's going deep. Event Horizon is apparently on cooldown. There is no escape for Veigar, or is there? A very amazing depth charge there onto the Renekton. Mordekaiser now going in, trying to save his buddy, but he gets stun-locked to the ground, and there's a Vayne approaching as well. Vayne going in hard. Will Renekton be able to get away out of this one? The answer is probably not, but the final answer will be, haha, Lee Sin almost getting the kill, but at least he got an assist out of it. Now Mordekaiser is completely out of position. He wants to get the kill onto the Nautilus, but it won't work. Sorry, I really had to just clear my throat there. So, red team being a little bit over-aggressive there, diving a Veigar that far into the tower. They passed 2 towers just to try and get the kill onto him, and it didn't work in the end. Veigar just walked away like nothing happened. That depth charge was key though. Without it, Renekton's Dominus would have gotten the kill onto Veigar. Instead, he wasn't able to get close enough, so Veigar escaping with a slither of health. Now Shaco is protecting the middle lane with his Hallucinate as well. Is he going to try and get the kill onto Veigar? Apparently so. He's going to slow him down just a little bit with the use of the Bilgewater Cutlass, but there is a Lee Sin as well. Veigar of course still has his Hallucinate. Lee Sin needs to be careful because it might pop. It will pop. A very nice dredge line there, but Blitzcrank was caught in between the walls, so he didn't get that close. Is going to get the kill onto the Lee Sin though, with a very explosive a static field there. And why didn't dynamic camera went there? I clicked it just in order to go to the Ezreal. Instead, we're just going back in time, where CC is the place to be. Another fail flash for you, lady. But at least Ezreal tries to run away, but he gets slowed by the Solar Flare. He didn't want to use his Arcane Shift yet because he wanted to go over the wall, else there would have been no escape for him anyway. But hey, that was a quick kill, so now we're 10-10 again. Of course, red team still a little bit ahead. They got the dragon, they have more towers, so they have more gold. But it's only that keeps them apart from blue team. All the rest is the same. Farm-wise, they're quite equal, apparently. Even though, judging just by looking at it, it's not. But it should only be 3,000 gold. Of course, yeah, now that I think about it, they got a lot of shutdowns, blue team. Blue team shut down the... I think the Shaco, and I think Mordekaiser had a killing spree as well. They're not too certain, no. But they did shut down Shaco, so that shutdown money is what's keeping them relatively close. Though they need to up their farm a little bit. Of course, Lee Sin having difficulties farming against Renekton. I understand. Vayne isn't out farming the Ezreal, which is weird because I've seen Blitzcrank run around way more than I saw Leona as a fight is breaking down in the middle. It is, of course, getting tanked by the Nautilus, so he doesn't really care. He has a Spirit of the Ancient Golem, so he can soak up quite a lot of damage. Has a cloth armor as well, just for sakes, I don't know. Leona now going to try and find himself a Siphon of Destruction, and she succeeded. He's going to laugh about it though. A lot of minions for Renekton, he will take those easily. Pings are going down onto the dragon, so he should be about to respawn. Vision Ward being placed by Blitzcrank. He has a lot of them. Yep, Blitzcrank in a short lead, of course, onto Leona. They have equal kills, but Blitzcrank has an assist more. Oh, a very nice Arcane Shift by Ezreal, but it won't be enough. He is going to die to the Vayne. However, his entire team is approaching. Vayne dodging the Blitzcrank hook there, and is now going to run away as fast as she can, turning herself invisible, trying to get the execute. That won't work. You need to tumble once more or else you will die. Never mind. Ezreal got the kill. Her friend Nautilus was just able to walk away, for the entire enemy team wanted to go for Vayne. One person should have been enough, to be honest, and they could have ganked onto the Nautilus. Instead, of course, Nautilus fairly low, meaning that they can go for a very quick dragon regardless. Leona won't be there to try and stop them. Not that she can, she already burned all of her abilities to begin with. Actually, Solar Flare is again off cooldown. It has a relative low cooldown. Only 90 seconds, so she doesn't have any cooldown reduction as of yet. Indeed, she doesn't. Lee Sin will take the first tower in the game for blue team though. So it is still only a 4,000 gold lead for red team. Of course, those dragons are taking their toll. Blue team need to adjust and take control out of the jungle as well. They need to take objectives. Lee Sin did great. He went for the tower, but it was just a trade-off for dragon. They need to do more than that. Starting off, maybe increase their wards. For now, it's only Leona that is warding as well as Lee Sin. Of course, Lee Sin needs wards for his build, because then he can go and safeguard towards it. Then again, come on mates, wards, it's important. The rest of the AR enemies are warding. Well, for now I only see Mordekaiser with wards, but I think Renekton is going to go and buy some wards as well. We shall see. I can't see, for Mordekaiser is being ganked by Nautilus once more. The death charge has been... Nope, it's still on cooldown, so there was no way of catching closer to him. Mordekaiser using his Children of the Grave to really regen quite a lot, because it's percentual damage that you do onto your enemy. So the more health your enemy has, the more damage technically you do, and the more you will heal in return. So there are two ways that you can use Mordekaiser. My favorite way, of course, is to burst down the AD carry with your ultimate on them, so that the ghost of the AD carry will assist you in fights, which does so much damage. Or, if you're in a tight spot and you need a lot of tanking, you can use your ultimate on the enemy tank and use the healing in your favor to survive as much as possible. Of course, if you're able to burst down the AD carry, always try to use Children of the Grave onto them, for their damage will increase your shield. Well, it will make it so that your shield will be almost on for the entirety of the fight, because they do so much damage. Meaning that you won't die as well, and that you will be tanky as well. Shield of Daybreak won't be enough, girl, for builds what a Cutlass will slow you down. Shaco being caught in between the event horizon though, but he dodges nicely the dredge line, as his hallucinate will die. Blitzcrank do have a rocket grab. He has a rocket grab. Does he know how to use it? He is cheeky. Is he going to do it though? Lee Sin is still pushing top, and Renekton is just going to recall because he thinks that's the quickest way to go there. They need to take something though. You can't let Lee Sin just bash on this turret and not take anything in place. Blitzcrank could have hooked the Veigar here. He can't now because his entire team is gone. Instead, they're just going to bash on the middle tower a little bit, as Lee Sin took the top tower down to almost 1/4 of his health, as a dredge line's going in onto Blitzcrank. He's running away as fast as he can. The overdrive, of course, making it possible. And no death charge being used there by Nautilus. He wasn't interested, as on the bottom lane, Vayne got a quick kill onto Ezreal. So let's go back 15 seconds to see how it happened. We had Ezreal moonwalking about, getting knocked against the wall, and there's going to be Blade of the Ruined King used there just to slow him down. One more auto attack should do the job. Yes, indeed. Too bad. If Ezreal flashed a little bit sooner, he might have gotten away with it, because Vayne didn't expect the barrier there to block some of the damage. Veigar using his Event Horizon to make certain that this fight is a no-go. The power of Event Horizon is almost as strong as an Anivia wall. It's a game changer, trust me. Then again, of course, Anivia walls are a little bit more solid, so they are a little bit stronger at that point, but it's only one side of the box of Veigar in a way. So you might say, well, I prefer his Event Horizon, because there's no escape. Lee Sin wants to go in deep onto Shaco, and Blitzcrank wants to go in deep onto the Vayne. Will he have enough damage though? Now he's running away. Vayne is running away as well. So we're going back to the Shaco, who really... Poor Lee Sin, he hits the Sonic Wave onto the Hallucinate there by Shaco, and it will kill him. If he got the real Shaco, it would have been quite well. Death Shot now being used there. But Mordekaiser, look at the healing that he's receiving from the Nautilus. What did I say, man? What did I say? He did great. That was awesome. Pull in by Blitzcrank. Gets the kill onto the Leona. Blitzcrank, with his boots of mobility, went straight from the bottom to the top side of the middle lane. That's just amazing. He went fast. Of course, he has overdrive. He has a boots of mobilities, as I bit my cheek there. How? Vayne wants to go in deep. Will she get it though? I think she will. One more auto attack will get the kill. There's no escape. She's going harder. She wants the... Oh my god, that damage. Flashes in. Gets the other kill. Double kill for Vayne. She's a Vayne. Period. That was really a great play by Vayne, using the Night Huntress there to get the kill fairly quickly on both the Ezreal and the Blitzcrank. Yeah, final hour. Sorry for that. What did I call her? Dark Huntress? I don't know. Final hour. Sorry for that, mates. It happens sometimes. So then, this game is not over yet, apparently. Even though, of course, Red Team still keeps their gold lead. Blue Team is doing everything within its power to try and not snowball away from them. Though it's actually the opposite around, so it's actually Red Team snowballing, not Blue Team. But it's stagnant for now. The gold lead isn't increasing. The only time actually that the gold lead is increasing is when Red Team takes a dragon. That's the only time. And of course, towers as well. But I might say that the way Blue Team is playing now, they might get even in towers. And they're trying to. They're going to push the middle. Top and bottom has been destroyed, so it's the only first tier tower that they need to destroy. And they're doing quite a good job. Ooh, Blitzcrank bought himself an Oracle's there, clearing a Vision Ward. Needs to wait for this Event Horizon to disappear, but it will now be gone. It's a relative long Event Horizon there. Do you play Veigar as you should? He does not. He goes for damage first. I prefer to go for Event Horizon first, because each level increases the stun duration, and it's such a powerful tool to have. Dark Matter, of course, does more damage if you level it as well. And oh my god, Vayne is getting focused there by the Mordekaiser. One more auto attack will get the kill. And now Vayne is the ghost. Vayne, the powerful Vayne, will shoot all. A double kill for Mordekaiser. She's probably going for a triple as well. And with she, I mean he. But Mordekaiser is finding no one there. Is tanking the turrets way too many times. Is going to die to the Veigar. Veigar will die to the Renekton though. But Nautilus wants to do some more damage onto him. Turret has been destroyed by Shaco. So overall, great play by Red Team. Focusing the Vayne and therefore getting a very strong ally indeed. Renekton isn't done yet. Lee Sin wasn't done yet either. He's pushing on to the inhibitor. Ezreal doing the same. He's pushing on the bottom lane. So many objectives being taken. And Lee Sin is just dancing around trying to get the inhibitor. But instead is now needing to focus the Shaco. Will walk away. Shaco is still in perfect vision though. But he is going to Sonic Wave the Blitzcrank. Not the wisest of decision. He should have saved it. Instead he's going to knock the Shaco on Renekton. Use a ward to safeguard towards it. And then just walk away. Keep in mind, the longer this isn't up, Boots of Mobility now active for the Blitzcrank, so there is no escape. As I bit my cheek again, so the more you bite your cheek, the more you'll bite it, because it swells up, so it's even more easier to bite it. Thanks, Evolution. Why didn't you do anything about it? Ezreal was trying to take a cheeky dragon there, but instead he finds the entirety of Blue Team, so he is going to die. We'll get just a massive anchor to the face, and Vayne will shoot a bolt in between his eyes. The end of our blonde warrior. Leona tanking the dragon for a little while. Nautilus, of course, will now take over, though Leona really wants some more auto attacks apparently. Dragon now, for the first time, will be given to Blue Team. Great plays indeed. They're only 3,000 gold behind now. Slowly but steadily, they are creeping ahead. And Lee Sin will continue to push top. And to be honest, Red Team needs to do something about it. What I would do is put Ezreal on the top instead of letting him push bottom, so that he can even it out a little bit. Though I don't think Ezreal can kill Lee Sin at this point of the game. He really needs... Oh, actually, never mind. He finally has his Icebrand Gauntlets. So, in a way, he should now be able to kite Lee Sin a little bit around. Lee Sin, of course, the juking master of Demacia. He's not from Demacia, he's from Ionia. Oh, shut up, you lore-loving nerd. Lee Sin safeguarding towards an ally. More Shaco getting caught in between a rock and a hard place. The hard place, of course, being Leona. Lee Sin with a very great Dragon Rage will not get the kill onto Shaco, though. It's Leona's Solar Flare getting 3 of the enemies. I will go to the bottom lane rather shortly, but for now, I will check out whether or not Lee Sin will survive. He is Lee Sin, of course. He's going to the Baron. Needs to be careful. There's a crocodile and a snake. And that will be a killing spree for the Renekton. So let's go back 30 seconds in time, where Ezreal was just pushing mid, not bottom, and is just moonwalking again. He really loves it. He really liked the Well, apparently he's going to get caught by an event horizon nevertheless, and boom goes the Ezreal. Probably a baleful strike to the face. That's what it does. I was going to fast forward a little bit just to get a kill. Great place, great place. Nautilus now getting caught in between a crocodile and a hard place. The hard place now being Mordekaiser, but he just walks away for, hey, I'm Nautilus, you can't kill me quick enough or my team will assist me. He's apparently going for, I think, a Spirit Visage? Probably? He really wants to have some magic resistance, so why not? The ability power ratios on the enemy teams aren't all that high. I don't think Mordekaiser will focus the Nautilus anymore, except of course to get healing, which I don't think can get negated all that much with the Negatron cloak. Vayne of course kiting this entire team here. 3 peoples are going in though. She gets knocked up and there's a Shaco as well slowing her down now. And that's going to be the kill for Renekton once more. So Renekton, he is going on a rampage, probably right about now. He has the Brutalizer, he can die even, he has the Guardian Angel, and well, he rushed the Sunfire Cape early on in the game, so he had that for a long time. Renekton playing wonderfully. Of course, you might say the damage, but well, the threat potential of a Renekton will go downwards at the end of the game, though the same could be said of Lee Sin, and personally, I prefer Renekton in teamfights instead of Lee Sin. I don't know why. Of course, if Lee Sin is able to Sonic Wave your squishies, then you need to be careful. But chances of that happening, especially if one of the squishies is Ezreal, the other one is Mordekaiser, so Mordekaiser should be a good target for him. But he might get bursted down. Lee Sin did not go for an all that tanky build. Okay, he has the Morpheus, will make it so that if Mordekaiser targets him, he will at least soak up some damage. Keep in mind, there is a Shaco as well, there is an Ezreal as well. If they focus him, then that Morpheus won't do anything. Oh, hoo! Ezreal almost getting caught by a Dredge Lion, but never mind, he's fine. He's still blonde, so he's fine. Let's talk more. Well, Ravenous Hydra for Lee Sin as well. It will make it so that he does a lot of damage if he's able to jump onto someone and the entirety of red team is stacked upon each other, then he will be able to do massive amounts of damage to the entirety of the team. Oh, Leona wanted to destroy a pink ward there, but instead needs to flash away. Will get a Siphon of Destruction to the face. Well, actually the back of her neck. But in the end, it didn't do all that much damage. She has a Runic Bulwark, so does Blitzcrank, so the jungle is not going for defensive items, though I can't really blame him. Of course, I mean, Nautilus does go defensive. Leona will not survive. She gets stunned again. A very nice little event horizon there, but there was still a Mordekaiser to be reckoned with. So now that Leona is dead, red team could do something. Lee Sin is actually going to recall. I would have loved if he would continue pushing there, actually. He would have been close to Baron, so pushing top wouldn't be all that bad. Now he recalled, and now you have the entirety of red team going for Baron. So Lee Sin now has to rush towards his base just to get to the Baron. And they are only 4v5. There is no ward for them for now. Ezreal will use his True Shot Barrage to show everyone that they know they're coming. Will the Baron be destroyed in time though? Pulling onto the Veigar. Veigar might be able to get the kill. He will! Why did you do it? Dark Matter getting the kill onto the Baron. He will die for it though. Or will he? Yes indeed. And now the entirety of red team is in trouble. Vayne is shooting everyone down. Renekton going to try and get the kill onto her, but it won't work. Guardian Angel. Won't be enough. Vayne will try and get the kill quickly. Renekton goes to kill. Oh, very great flash indeed. Ezreal could go in actually. Blue team now needs to run away. That Veigar steal, I saw it coming. It was just a dark matter away to get stolen. It's a bursty little character, I'll tell you that for a fact. So Ezreal was unable to land his slows. A pity indeed. It might have gotten him a kill or two in the end, but never mind that then. Leona was still alive anyway. I don't think she has the Baron buff though. Nope, she was dead for just a short period too long. But a very good steal nevertheless. Blue team is now only 400 gold behind. This game has been turned around many times before, and finally it's back into blue team's control. Though it is still it is even, so it's not really in blue team's control, but it's no longer red team at the steering wheel. And this will make it so that the next team fight will decide it all. Will it be blue team taking full control of the game, or will it be red team with a very great, let's say, blitz pull? It's all you need really. All you need is one blitz pull. All you need is one mystic shot on the right target, at a time that blue team doesn't want to initiate. They will fall back, but they will be kited immensely. Blitzcrank finding himself a Nautilus. Nautilus finding himself a Blitzcrank. Mordekaiser wasn't really all that interested in fighting a Nautilus. The entire teams are collapsing to each other though. We have Veigar, we have Mordekaiser, we have Ezreal, we have Nautilus tanking a lot of damage, but now it's going to be Mordekaiser getting caught, and Ezreal's hallucination is dead. Not that it matters, but Vayne got the kill onto him anyway. Veigar gets slain by the Ezreal though, but he is going to try and kite the enemy team for all infinity, which he does. Renekton is now approaching. Lee Sin finding himself the Ezreal, but he won't get the kill. Flashes, will he get the kill? Red buff will give him the kill. Sonic Wave now being used. That was maybe his escape. Mordekaiser still alive, weirdly enough. Now Lee Sin going in deep, will try and run away from the Dominus. Now Leona getting herself a nice little crocodile. Dredgeline will get the kill. Vayne once more. Vayne will get more. Double kill for Vayne. The turret being destroyed by blue team, and probably an inhibitor out of this as well. Ace for blue team. Ladies and gentlemen, Vayne tanking the turret there. Not the thing you want. So the initial fight went awesome for blue team. They got the targets they wanted with the event horizon, did a lot of damage on Mordekaiser, who weirdly enough was able to survive. Then again, they did awesome. Lee Sin wants a little bit more and needs to be careful. There's a Blitzcrank and a Shaco approaching with home guard boots, so there shouldn't be any escape. Lee Sin getting caught there will die and lose his precious Baron buff. So a shutdown onto Lee Sin, but a second dragon for blue team. Wait, a second... Yeah, never mind what I said. I accidentally repeated myself for no apparent reason. I'm confused. But blue team is finally in the lead. This is crazy. Mikhail's been bought by Leona, which is awesome, I might say. I wonder, well, yes, of course, Mikhail's probably is able to cleanse away the children of the graves of Mordekaiser, just like the Quicksilver Sash is able to do. So if that's the case, then whoever gets ulted by Mordekaiser won't feel anything at all if Mikhail's Crucible is off cooldown. It does have a high cooldown, especially for an item, but then again it's a powerful item. You'd want it, trust me. Leona is next going for the Stark's Fervor. Is it still called that? I don't remember anymore. I'm gonna call it Stark's Fervor, but I think the name changed and I'm confusing it. But then again, what was the other name? We'll see it rather shortly. Shaco finding himself a Vayne, Vayne finding himself a Shaco. Shaco dies immediately. So Shaco no longer able to kill Vayne as he would want, though his hallucinate was standing still for quite some time. Then again, in the end game, Vayne is just too powerful. You can't really 1v1 her, for she can condemn you and then just shoot you dead immediately. So with Shaco gone, blue team says, alright, let's go and take ourselves an inhibitor, finally, thank you very much. And they'll just do that, probably. Vayne will push top. Why not? There is a naked inhibitor on top. Pings are going down to the middle though. Lee Sin and his teammates will take that, no problem. Though they need to be careful. One blitz grab and they will die. Mordekaiser going in deep. How deep does he want to go? Is it a puddle or is it an ocean? We won't know. Oh, I thought Lee Sin wanted to go in cheeky there. So, personally, I think blue team should just push top. They were ahead, now Shaco is alive again, and what I think Shaco will be doing is split pushing. If he's unable to get any kills anymore, Shaco is still a very potent split pusher. Personally, one of the best, if not the best split pusher in the game. Of course, it's not like a Shen where you can then, of course, use Stand United to go to your friends. But now it's Shaco getting caught by... Oh, nope, dodging everything there. That was a nice crisscross of abilities. And Shaco didn't get caught by any! Oh, if only he pulled straight ahead, he would have gotten the Veigar. And Veigar with the event horizon onto Mordekaiser. Will Mordekaiser die? Nope, he will barely survive, but the Solar Flare will land. Leona going in deep. Vayne with the kill, but Leona will probably die for it. She's still alive though, but she will die for it. Vayne, of course, is now able to just shoot everyone to pieces. Double kill for her. Will she get a triple kill? Dark Matter not able to land on the Blitzcrank, or else he would have died. So red team needs to run away immediately. Dredgeline not able to hit, so a flash burn on Nautilus's parts. And the red turret has been destroyed, so all the outer turrets now have been destroyed. Renekton dying, Ezreal going to die as well. Vayne is now dominating Lee Sin, tanking a little bit too much there. He couldn't escape. Vayne was blocking his path a little bit there. Then again, it's going to be the first inhibitor destroyed, probably Mordekaiser. Blitzcrank trying to do what he can. he gets Dredgeline to the face, and that will be an ace. So, technically a quadra kill for Vayne, though not officially. Vayne wants to go more. She could go more. There's still 8 seconds remaining onto the Mordekaiser, so they could have destroyed all the turrets there. Easily. Mordekaiser cannot stop Vayne. He does have Children of the Grave though. He took a lot of damage thanks to the Veigar's combination. Of course, an endgame Veigar can pretty much one-shot all ability power users. Mordekaiser, thank God that he's one of the tankiest casters in the game, is able to survive. He has Quicksilver Sash as well, so if he gets caught by an Event Horizon, he can pop it to get out of it and maybe get the kill in reverse. Veigar, if he's not able to land his Dark Matter, his combination is ruined. Of course, one might say, well, then Veigar should... Oh, actually, he has a Deathfire Grasp. Did he use it? I don't think so, because if he would have used Deathfire Grasp onto Mordekaiser, he shouldn't have survived. I don't know, man. We shall see. I was going to say if Veigar has Deathfire Grasp, then he doesn't really need to hit the Dark Matter, but apparently he does. Mordekaiser is just too tanky with that Quicksilver Sash. So then, I'm not too certain what the red team could do. You have a Mordekaiser, a very stationary champion. He will most likely die most of the times. Shaco, of course, in the end game isn't that huge of a threat. He can't even kill Vayne. Who should he focus? Who he should focus is Veigar, but if Veigar did his full combo, then Veigar won't care that much. Of course, Veigar's damage output over time is high as well. Vayne now going to chase himself a nice little Shaco. Shaco won't be able to survive though. Gets focused immediately. 4 auto attacks is all that Vayne needs onto him. 4 auto attacks. It's all. We don't need more. Now it's going to be a Blitzcrank getting caught. Dominus being used by Renekton, but he doesn't want to go in. It's not necessary though. But then, why did he use Dominus? Well, maybe for that. Veigar going in with his ult, everything going down. Now, did he use Deathfire Grasp? He did, but of course it wasn't on an AP champ. Does it matter? No, not at all, because that will be the cleanup. A double kill with the Death Charge there. Awesome, Nautilus. You earned yourself that double kill. For blue team, did really awesome indeed. Leona even surviving the True Shot barrage there with the ultimate of Mordekaiser on her face. She doesn't care. All the inhibitor turrets are now being destroyed. The final... Oh, actually, never mind. It's a surrender going down by red team. So blue team, a GG to you. Red team, a GG to you as well. You played awesome as well. Don't you forget that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Whatever it is I'll do, whenever it is I'll do it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.